Good morning, Leiden Eagles, and welcome back to another edition of Leiden News. I'm Michael Cabrera.
And I'm Alan Palmerin. Today we have an exciting news segment packed with everything from sports, arts, and upcoming events.
But before we dive in, let's go over some quick highlights you need to know.
First up, Leiden esports team is making waves this season. They dominated in both Rocket League and Super Smash Bros. Also, playoffs are around the corner, so stay tuned for updates.
Also, a huge shout out to our Leiden band and choir for their outstanding performances and last weekend's competition. Their hard work and talent truly shined on stage.
All right, and speaking of hard work and dedication, let's turn over to Chris Quispy and Jonathan Caldera, who sat down with Zoe Dodgers and Sabrina Bono to talk about their historical journey to state.
This past weekend, Latin sophomore wrestlers Zoe Dodgers and Sabrina Bono made their way down to Illinois State University to compete in the 2025 Girls State Wrestling Tournament, where they both battled their way onto the podium to claim 5th place and etch their names into Latin history. Here we have Zoe Dodgers and Sabrina Bono showing their reflection on their historic season along with their future goals for next year.
It feels good to know, we made history.
Yeah, it's good, and it's something I always wanted when I was younger. It was always my goal every year to become a state qualifier, even possibly win state. So it's very, very nice that I was able to place and be the first girl in Leiden to do it.
To go undefeated and win all the way up to state title.
To just keep improving and keep learning, and to bring home a number 1 title for state, definitely.
These girls had 16 of the best girl wrestlers in the state in each of their brackets and fought hard through 5 matches, each winning 3 of them to make it onto the podium and claiming 5th place at the state tournament, making them the first to receive all-state recognition for Latin wrestling since 2010.
Here we have ex-Leiden wrestler and newly appointed girls wrestling coach Ryan Jeffrey to share how he got the girls ready to compete for the IHSA Girls Wrestling Tournament.
At the program that I once wrestled in, so I couldn't be more thrilled with the opportunity to do it. Against in a certain scenario, we'll go out there, give it 100%, and we'll do it over and over again. And that's going to build you up physically because you're going out and giving 100%. Mentally, you're going to have to be tough to get through all that sprint work. And it's just going to build character.
With all these accomplishments during only their sophomore year, these girls undoubtedly have bright futures ahead of them. For WLTV, this is Chris and Jonathan signing off.
Thank you, Chris and Jonathan, for that fantastic interview. It's incredible to see female athletes making history and inspiring future athletes at Leiden.
Absolutely. And speaking of incredible performances, Leiden's Fine Arts Department is preparing for an exciting production, Matilda the Musical.
Let's check in with Mari and Mia and see the inside scoop of it all.
From the bright lights and the intricate set to the vibrant costumes and amazing talent, Leiden's Fine Art Department presents Matilda the Musical. This amazing production has been in works since December and is opening this week.
This show is about Matilda, a little girl who loves to read and learn about new things and is not afraid to stand up for herself. The story, originally written by Roald Dahl and adapted into several films, including the 1996 feature and a Netflix version in 2022, follows her and her experiences living with her difficult family, who would rather watch TV than open a book, and navigating school for the first time with a bullying headmistress who is not afraid to punish the children in unusual ways. With a loving teacher and superpowers, she pushes through the challenges she faces with strength, kindness, and compassion. Mr. Pavone, the director of the show, explains.
Anybody can get something out of it. The adults, kids, high schoolers, it's for everybody. We really want everybody to come see it. We want everybody to experience the 100 years of Leiden magic. And yeah, it's for everyone in the community.
A story for everyone to watch sounds like a great time, but having to cast the show must have been hard. As Mr. Pavone states, the casting was so difficult as so many people fit the roles that they had to do something we don't normally do for musicals at Leiden: double cast. Double casting is when principal character roles are split between 2 people, making 2 separate casts. For Matilda, we have a books cast and a magic cast. To speak more about the show and how it feels to have a counterpart are Katya, Claudine, and Marissa. That's me!
It's been really interesting working with a double cast for a musical. For our normal teatro shows, we always do a double cast. So I'm a little bit more used to those more down to earth rehearsals where it's just a play and it's not having to work with so many different moving parts like the music, and dances.
Just overall, like the intensity of the character at certain levels. It's been hardest to like discover the character because she's an 11-year-old girl who's like she has such a brilliant mind, but at the same time she's still a child, but she's so mature and you have to like play both on a child and
Learning to be kind and learning to push others to be the best version of themselves is what the show is about. And I feel like that applies to everyone and anyone. But also it's fun. I mean, there are so many funny moments, there are so many funny characters.
Well, there you have it. Remember that show dates are March 6th, 7th, and 8th at 7 p.m. with a matinee on the 8th at 2 p.m. Tickets are live right now and cost $8 for adults and $5 for students. Remember that there are two casts, books and magic, so make sure you pay attention to which cast is performing when buying tickets. We hope to see you out there supporting your fellow castmates. For WLTV, this is Mia Herrera and Marissa Ramirez.
The production runs March 6th and 7th and 8th, with evening performances at 7 p.m. Tickets are $8 for adults and $5 for students and senior citizens.
And you can expect incredible performances, colorful costumes, and jaw-dropping technical effects. But if musicals aren't your thing, maybe you're more into the outdoors activities?
That's right. The Ski and Snowboarding Club recently hit the slopes for an epic trip. Let's check in with Monica and Lupita for the details.
Hi, I'm Lupita.
And I'm Monica.
And today we're here at
Little Switzerland in Slinger, Wisconsin
with
Ski and Snowboard Club.
Leiden Ski and Snowboard Club made their ultimate trip to Little Switzerland in Slinger, Wisconsin, where they had one full day of skiing and snowboarding. The club offers students the chance to learn, engage, and immerse themselves in the thrilling art of sliding down snowy slopes. Mrs. Kobo, one of the sponsors for Ski and Snowboard Club, describes how the club helps students progress their skills of skiing and snowboarding and allows students to be outside and take advantage of the fun outdoor activity.
No experience is necessary. My tagline is always no experience necessary, fun is guaranteed. You have a lesson, you learn with other students, everyone wipes out together, they have fun together, they learn together. It's a great day.
According to an article found on the Columbia website, Christian Gill explains skiing and snowboarding is good workout that provides numerous benefits to your health, mental well-being, and quality of life. In fact, being outside in general is good for you, as evidenced by the emerging field of ecotherapy, in which psychologists incorporate nature-based treatment into their practices. Participating in the sport was both exhilarating and nerve-wracking, yet simply being outdoors and appreciating the view made the entire experience feel incredibly therapeutic. Two sophomores, Bruce May and Diego Landa, explain how Ski and Snowboard Club has helped them become more confident in snowboarding only after 3 trips.
I think a lot of people should join just to try it out first time.
Yeah.
I say at least come at least twice just to get the hang of it. And then if you like it, I think you should keep doing it.
Yeah, you can meet new people, meet new friends.
Yeah,
because it's only
from both campuses as well.
Yeah.
East Leiden and West Leiden.
There's more. It'll be way more fun.
If you're attending Leiden next year and have an interest in skiing or snowboarding, or just want a fun winter activity to do with your friends, check out Ski and Snowboard Club. Boots, helmets, skis, or snowboards are provided, and as Mrs. Kobo said, no experience necessary. Fun is guaranteed. For WLTV, this is Monica Hernandez-Wallace and Lupita Corona.
Thanks, Monica and Lupita. That looked like an unforgettable adventure. Maybe we should give it a try next year, Michael.
I would, but I'm graduating. But from shredding the slopes to planning for the future, many Leiden students are already looking at their college options.
That's right. Recently, students had an opportunity to visit Triton College and explore their resources. This is Johnson Sanchez with more on what they learned.
On Thursday, February 27th, a group of students went on a field trip to Triton College to get a tour around the school and learn about what they have to offer. They explored different academic programs and student resources. They provided opportunities available for students that have learning disabilities and help students gain a better understanding of their educational and career options. Then I talked to Miss Barrera. She is an English teacher at West Leiden, and she explained why she planned this trip to Triton for her students.
Seniors to get a little bit more of a feel of a community college. That's one of the options. We got some insight of the cost. We also got some more insight on student life and any free resources that Triton provides, deadlines, scholarship opportunities, and other information that might be useful for them.
Also, during the tour, the students had the opportunity to see labs, classrooms, and different key areas around the campus while learning about different career pathways like nursing, being a surgeon, or other medical field careers. They also visited support services available to them, like tutoring and having available spaces to study in the library. They have rooms to study, they have a quiet study room. Students were also able to visit Triton Space Center and were able to see the stars and planets in Triton's Dome Theater and were able to have fun and an enjoyable experience. Overall, the field trip provided valuable information for those students considering Triton College as a future educational program option.
Man, college looks fun. I hope I make it.
Right. And now let's switch things up with a bit of fun.
Here's Michelle with People's Pet Peeves.
Hello, we are here with
Miss Jesky.
Miss Chapinski, I'm the librarian here.
Mr. Lappy from the art department.
Georgia Stavroulias, I'm an English teacher.
Miss Burke. And I wanted to ask you, what is your biggest student pet peeve?
My biggest student pet peeve is when I know that I gave a direction or said something and then they claim that I didn't. You never told me that. I'm like, how did everyone else know but you?
I think my biggest student pet peeve is the gaslighting. Like, hey, could you stop talking? It wasn't me. Hey, could you get your paper out? I'm doing it. Whether or not it's actually happening.
That's not true.
Sorry guys, I'm in the middle of editing, but see what I did there? I gaslit her while she was complaining about someone gaslighting her.
My biggest student pet peeve is when I'm presenting a lesson to class and students come in late to class and disrupt the presentation.
My biggest student pet peeve is when I provide a lot of class time for kids to do their work because I respect their time. I know they're busy after school, and I don't like assigning homework, but when I give class time or I provide class time for them to do the work and they don't do it, it kind of irritates me.
Well, I love my students, so let's start with that. But I think for me, in class, sometimes I notice some people doing other things other than math, and then they get behind in math. Or if I'm subbing in another subject area, I'll notice, like, let's say you're in science, they're doing English. It's like, just do the class we got to do in there, and you don't have to do that kind of scrambling.
She's actually right, guys. So doing the right work in the right class, and it will make a difference.
Thanks, Michelle. It's always interesting to hear people's pet peeves.
Definitely. Some of those are way too relatable. Before we go, I have to say, I love your outfit, Alan.
Thank you, Michael. My pet peeve is when people lie for attention.
You're welcome.
And with that, we'll see you again next time, guys. But remember,
Go Eagles!